Welcome to Vital D. All we do here is to bring health tips closer to your near doorstep. So in today's video, we'll be looking at why you are not lasting longer in bed. And we are not just going to be talking about these things. We are going to be mentioning 5 reasons that are backed by science as to why you are not lasting longer in bed. Imagine you are in bed, things are heating up, and just when everything started feeling good, boom, it's already over. If that sounds familiar, you are not alone, because in this video, I'm going to be telling you why you are not lasting longer in bed. Now, premature ejaculation is one of those frustrating and least talked about issues men face. Like, men face this thing a lot. Like, we don't talk about it because sometimes you are ashamed of what people might feel. You understand? But here's the thing. Most people don't even know what is causing it. Like, a lot of men don't know why they're experiencing premature ejaculation. Some may be wondering, is it porn? Is it anxiety? Is it low testosterone? Or maybe something is hiding under the surface? You understand? So today, we are going to be looking at what could be causing you as a man to be experiencing premature ejaculation. Because I can assure you that it can bring your ego down as a man. Imagine that you have been talking with a lady for some time, and all of a sudden, when you're about to get down into the business, you just spend only a few minutes after months or years of commitment. So it could be very, very embarrassing. So in this video, we are going to be looking at why you are not lasting longer in bed. And we are not just going to be talking about assumption. We are going to be looking at reasons that are backed by science as to why you are not lasting longer in bed. Stick around, because you are going to get the best out of this. You know, premature ejaculation is one of those things people don't need to take for granted. Like, it can be very, very embarrassing. I must tell you for a fact. Now, premature ejaculation is surprising, very common. You know, it's a very common condition. Like, many men experience it, and sometimes we men, we don't know how to talk about it. Like, many men experience this, and then sometimes because the feeling of you feeling very embarrassed, you understand, will make you not to talk about it. You understand? Sometimes it's not about the willpower or being nervous, you understand, that is causing the occurrence of this premature ejaculation. Sometimes it is a mix of your body, you understand, your brain chemistry, and then at times your habits. So all these things work together. We are going to look at your body, the brain chemistry, and then we'll also look at habits that might expose you to having premature ejaculation. But the good news is you can improve it. You understand? You can get your life out of premature ejaculation. That's the good news that I want to tell you, because in this video, we are going to be sharing for you 5 simple tips which are backed by science of how you can ensure that you last longer in bed as a man. Stick around, because in this video, we are not going to leave anything unaddressed. We are going to address everything from one till we talked on the last one. Number 1 reason is you are watching too much porn. You know, if you're a man and you spend so much time watching porn, it can affect your performance in bed. Now, what happens is that porn actually change how your brain reacts to pressure. You understand? So now, if you're someone that spend more time scrolling through watching porn, it can affect how you last longer in bed. Now, watching porn a lot can make your brain to expect instant, then high intensity stimulation. That's what porn does, because this kind of instant high stimulations is what porn will always make you to feel. You understand? Whereas real life sex does not matches that. You understand? Real life sex is a gradual process you build on over and over time till you reach the climax. So porn affects how you last longer in bed as a man. So what can you do? Try to take a break from watching porn. You understand? So how do you do that? With 1 to 2 weeks, just abstain yourself from watching porn. You understand? Now, this will help your brain to reset. You understand? So it will help your brain to reset, and you can enjoy real life intimacy and then last longer in bed. So for the men out there that are prone to watching porn from time to time, that can affect how you last longer in bed. You understand? That can affect how you last in the other room as a man. So limit or reduce watching porn. Now, number 2 reason is low serotonin. Now, you know, low serotonin affects your control. You understand? Now, serotonin is a brain chemical that helps mood and impulse. Now, when serotonin levels are low, your body might rush to climax before you want it. You understand? So serotonin can also affect how you last longer in bed. You understand? So what can you do to ensure that you have very sufficient serotonin level, you understand, as a man? So we are going to be talking about what you can do to improve on serotonin level. Now, number 1 reason is eat food that support serotonin. So what are the food I'm encouraging you? We are looking at eggs. You understand? We are looking at bananas. We are looking at fish. we are looking at nuts. You understand? These foods will ensure that your serotonin level is improved. Then also, we also have to look at pelvic floor exercise. That will also help you to build control of yourself. So as a man, you have to be eating this food to ensure that you last longer in the other room. Now, another reasons as to why you're not lasting longer in the other room during intimacy is because you're not breathing right during sex. Now, breathing might seem simple, but I must tell you that it's not that simple. But if you are breathing slowly or shallowly, or you are holding your breath during sex, your body goes into fight or a flight mode. You understand? So what happens? What that means is that speed up things. You understand? That will speed up the eager for you to ejaculate. So how you breathe is very, very important during sex. You understand? As a man. So if you're intending to last longer in the other room, you have to practice slow, deep breathing. You understand? Now, like inhaling for 4 seconds, holding your breath for 4, and then exhaling for 4. Now, trying this simple method will ensure that you last longer in bed because it will help to regulate how you breathe. You understand? So try this both side method. Now, during sex, just try to stay calm. That will ensure that you last longer in the other room. Now, another reason as to why you're not lasting longer in bed in the other room as a man is anxiety. Now, anxiety speeds things up a lot. You understand? Stress and anxiety can make your body want to finish very quickly. Now, if you're someone that is highly stressed, you can't get a good sex when you are stressed. That's the funny thing. You understand? So when you are stressed and the anxiety setting, that will make your body want to finish very quickly. So during intimacy, feeling nervous about performance is common, but seriously shortens your time in bed. So if you're always stressed, then you're anxious about sex, that will ensure that you are not going to last longer in the other room. So what can you do to ensure that you manage your stress and anxiety? Now, focus on connection instead of performance. Now, as a man, focus more on connection with your woman instead of performance, because once you focus more on performance, you are going to lose it. You understand? So how can you do that? You try the start and stop method. It's an olden days method, but it's still working. Like when you're approaching climax, you understand? You just stop. Then once the pressure reduces or calms, you get into the game again. That will ensure that you last longer in the other room. Now, last reason we are going to be talking about why you're not lasting longer in bed is weak pelvic floor muscles. Now, your pelvic floor muscles help control ejaculation. They play a very vital role when it comes to ejaculation. Now, if they are weak or tight, it is harder to hold to climax. Now, if you have weak floor muscles, it would, like, you are not going to be lasting longer in bed as a man. So what can you do? Now, you have to practice squeezing the muscle that helps stop urinating. You understand? Now, there's a muscle, if you are urinating, there's a muscle that helps stop that midstream during urination. So you have to be holding that muscle for a period of maybe 5 seconds, then release. Now, you can be doing this for as high as 10 times a day. It helps you to build up stamina and then strength. That will ensure that you are not releasing, or you're not reaching climax too soon. Now, I'm going to be talking about tips. Now, one tip that will help you very much is the squeeze technique. Now, if you feel you're about to finish too soon, gently squeeze the head of your penis for a few seconds to reduce arousal. Now, once you do that, it's going to calm down the pressure. You understand? It is a simple trick. You understand? In fact, most doctors will recommend this for you because it helps you to delay climax. So always try to squeeze the head of your penis once you feel that you're approaching climax. That will help you to calm down the pressure. Once that happens, you are going to get into the game and then last longer as much as you want. So in this video, we have talked about why you are not lasting longer in bed. If there's anything I want you to take home with, you understand, we have to look at porn, rule out porn. You understand? Rule out excessive watching of porn. You understand? Because porn rewires your brain. It rewires your brain cells. And once that happens, it sends high stimulation to your brain. So, and sex is not like that. You understand? The pressure in sex is built up over time. Unlike porn that is instant stimulation. So nothing you have to be looking at is low serotonin can make you lose control. So I encourage you to be eating food that improves or that increase your serotonin level. You understand? We are looking at eggs, bananas. You understand? You have to be controlling your breathing. How you breathe during intimacy. It's also very, very important. Then look at stress. Try to manage your stress because stress kills your confidence as a man. If you want to last longer in the other room or in bed, you have to manage stress. Then lastly, you have to look at the pelvic floor muscles. Try to strengthen it because that will help you to build stamina, and not just stamina, it also help you to build strength. Now, the greatness is you can work on this thing naturally. You understand? You don't need to be buying drugs from here to there to improve on this thing. These are natural things you can do, like quitting porn. You understand? Eating good food. You understand? Then practicing the pelvic floor muscles exercise. Those are things you can do at home that will ensure that you build up this stamina, and that will ensure that you will last longer in bed. So if you're enjoying content from Vital D and you have not subscribed, I will encourage you to subscribe, because you're not just helping us, you're encouraging us to do more and more every day. If you have questions to ask Vital D, don't forget to drop us a mail or a message or in the comment sections, because we will always ensure that we respond as soon as possible. Remember, lasting longer start with understanding your body. You understand? So lasting longer in bed start with understanding your body. So you need to understand how your body works, what your body does, how it reacts. You understand? That will ensure that you last longer in bed. Thank you for sticking around with Vital D. Until then, see you next time. If you have not subscribed, please do send in that subscription button and then share this video to your friend, because it will encourage us to give out these healthy tips from time to time. Thank you.